Hello, Standard 8. Your Arun sir going to teach biology, chapter 16 diseases, cause and control. We have already started discussion related to diseases, cause and control. That day we discussed what is disease. We discussed about the categories of disease, that on what basis the classification of disease is done, on the extent of occurrence, which we discussed endemic, epidemic, pandemic and sporadic. Now today we will discuss classification of disease on the basis of communicability. Classification of disease on the basis of communicability. It means on the basis of communicability, either the disease is non-communicable or it is communicable. Now, on the basis of communicability, the disease may be non-communicable. Non-communicable diseases are also called non-infectious. Non-infectious. If I am suffering from the disease, non-infectious. If I am suffering from the disease, I can't spread this disease to other will not suffer. If I have got headache, if a person is suffering from diabetes, it will not harm the other. If a person is suffering from heart problem, that disease is non-communicable, it will not affect other, it can't be spread. Okay, it is non-infectious disease. Second thing, communicable disease. Communicable diseases are those diseases which can be spread from a healthy person, from a patient to a healthy person. Communicable. Now, or infectious disease. Communicable or infectious disease. Either it is spread by the help of germs, pathogens. Pathogens are what? Pathogens are disease causing organism. Disease causing organism. Okay. These are the pathogens. Disease causing organism. They may be spread by the help of pathogens. Air, water can be transmitted from one person to another person. Okay. And by the help of pathogens also, germs, or by the help of germs, it can be spread from one person to another person. Okay. So such diseases are called as communicable disease. And very good example of communicable disease is corona or COVID-19. Now, it can be spread from a person to another person, because that is a communicable disease. And in communicable disease, one thing is there. If the disease causing organism or pathogen is entering in our body, the symptom will be seen just now. No. There is a gap, time period between the entry of the disease and the first symptom seen. And that time period is known as incubation period. For example, in corona, the incubation period is 14 days. If a person is suffering from COVID-19, within 14 days the symptom will appear. So only there is a provision for the 14 days quarantine. Understood or not? Because the incubation period of the corona means COVID-19 is 14 days, and that is a communicable disease, can be spread from one person to another person. Very clear? Now, disease is caused by which germ? Can be caused by bacteria, can be caused by virus, can be caused by protozoa. Communicable disease, infectious disease, can be caused by bacteria, virus, protozoa, helminthes. Now, example of bacterial disease. Bacteria. Can you name any of the disease caused by bacteria? Any of the disease? Yes, pneumonia, cholera, typhoid, typhoid, pneumonia, tuberculosis, in short, TB, tuberculosis. These diseases are caused by the bacteria. Very clear? Disease may be caused by virus. What are the diseases caused by virus? Yes, cough and cold, सर्दी खांसी, HIV, AIDS, corona. Corona, that is caused by a virus. Very clear or not? Certain disease may be caused by protozoa like malaria, amoebic dysentery, sleeping sickness, by worms, ascariasis, teniasis, filariasis. And what I will do, one question is odd one out. Write the odd one out, find the odd one out and write the category to which others belong. What I will do, I will write cholera, typhoid, pneumonia and AIDS. What will be the odd one out? AIDS. And others belong to bacterial disease. So keep in mind, there will be such type of question. To find the odd one out and to write the category to which others belong. That example. Let me type of question let me discuss. Find the odd one out. Find the odd one. And what I will give? I will give cholera, typhoid, AIDS and pneumonia. What will be odd and how to write that answer? One side you will write odd and other side you will write category. Very clear? In this question, which one is odd? AIDS. AIDS is the odd. What about others? Others are bacterial disease. So this way you have to write the answer. So very, very important. You have to study about the bacterial disease, the viral disease. Now in detail we have to discuss certain bacterial disease. Okay. In detail we have to discuss certain bacterial disease. Which bacterial disease in detail we have to discuss, and what we will discuss, we have to discuss bacterial disease. And in bacterial disease we have to discuss in detail about the cholera, in detail about the typhoid, and detail of the tuberculosis, TB. While we will discuss in detail what things we will keep in mind, first thing we will keep in mind, they are the infectious disease. So causal agent or causal organism, or you can say causal agent, or you can say pathogen. Very clear. Means by what that disease is caused. Second thing, the part of the body affected. Which part of the body is affected? Second thing, parts of body affected. We will discuss. Third thing we will discuss, and that is the symptom. What are the symptoms of those diseases? And prevention and cure. Prevention. These things we will discuss in detail. Try to understand. Whenever we will discuss a disease, in the beginning we are going to discuss about the bacterial disease. In bacterial disease, suppose cholera, we will discuss causal organism of cholera. Means by which pathogen this cholera is caused. We will discuss about the parts of the body affected by that disease. And third thing, what are the symptoms? And fourth, how it can be cured. And what are the prevention? Prevention means before the disease, occurring of the disease, what we should do that we are safe. Understood or not? So first, let us discuss about the cholera. When cholera we will discuss, that part is clear that it is a bacterial disease. Which bacteria? By which bacteria this disease is caused? Caused by a bacteria Vibrio cholerae. Vibrio cholerae. It is a scientific name. You have to separately underline it. Otherwise it will be wrong. First one will be started by capital and second by small. Because scientific names are written this way. Vibrio cholerae is the bacteria which causes cholera. Which part of the body is affected? Digestive tract. Digestive tract is infected, means intestine, maybe large intestine, small intestine. Okay, how it is transmitted? Through contaminated food and water. This Vibrio cholerae may be present in food, may be present in water, and it will enter a healthy body. Okay, it will affect the digestive tract. Now, what are the symptoms? Loose motion, vomiting. Okay, loose motion and vomiting is the symptom. And what are the prevention? Good sanitation, boiled water, chlorinated water. Nowadays, anti-cholera vaccine is also available. Anti-cholera injection vaccine is available. And we can be safe from this disease by taking anti-cholera vaccine. Okay. And if not treated, what will happen? The person will die. Why the person will die? Due to loose motion and vomiting. There will be deficiency, lack of water in the body. And one very important thing I would like to discuss, that if a person is suffering from cholera, no urination will be there. No urine will come out, because where the water is left for the urination, that water with faces, stool will come out. No water is left. And if water is not coming out as urine, means urea is not released. Urea is not coming out. It means if urea is not coming out, there is deposition of urea in the body. And if urea is deposited in the body, then what will happen? It may lead to death, because urea is very poisonous substance. If it will deposit in our body, it may lead to death. Very clear. So to remove that urea from the body, saline is there, intravenous saline. If you will go to doctor, what the doctor will do? This saline water will be sent to the body, so that there is no lack of water in the body. That is the treatment. Very clear or not? Loose motion, this vomiting, and other than this, I will like to say one thing, that it may take place, it may occur to any of the person, and this rainy season, drink safe water, be safe, keep safe yourself, don't take contaminated food, don't drink contaminated water. Because in rainy season, this Vibrio cholerae is very active. It may enter our body, and if it will enter our body, it will, we may suffer from cholera. One thing I will like to say. One person was there, Pandiji was there, who used to worship in a temple. Okay. And anyhow ate contaminated food and suffered from cholera, loose motion, vomiting. Went to the doctor. The doctor treated, and after giving medicine, this ORS water and this, Pandit was quite well, and doctor asked him, you can go take care, drink boiled water, Margila bhat, means this banana you should take. Then Panditji asked, what precaution I have to take since I am suffering from cholera? The doctor advised, yeah, you can do your normal work, but during work, don't blow the sank mat bajaiye. Understood or not? Now, so try to understand what I have told. पूजा करने के बाद शंख मत बजाइए. Okay, so it was about the cholera. In the next video, we will discuss about typhoid. We will discuss about the tuberculosis in detail. Today up to this much.